See discussions, stats, and author profiles for this publication at https://www.research.net/publication/3390892 for MK Ultra Mind Control, Crimes Against Humanity Free Book of February 2020 Citations reads 03967 1 Author J. Jericho The Free School 60 Publications 14 Citations See profile Some of the authors of this publication are also working on these related projects. An independent review of the pedagogical design of the general and academic versions have the International English Language Testing System, IELTS, Exam View Project IELTS Review Project View Project All content following this page was uploaded by J. Jericho on February 7, 2020. The user has requested enhancement of the downloaded file. A copyright February 2020. J. Jericho and the Free School www.thefreeschool.education Price $0 Copyright is waived if the author is acknowledged. Author J holds a Doctor of Social Sciences from the University of Sydney. This educational book is not for sale. It aims to support scholars who conduct research into MK Ultra Mind Control. A free digital copy is available at www.thefreeschool.education. This draft aims to receive feedback as a basis to publish a revised edition. You may email the author of j@journalistethics.com. This basic book was authored during a spare week available to this writer. It is his intention to morph this booklet into a fully fledged handbook. Royalty-free use of images are claimed under fair use in education. The child shown on the cover has discussed this image in multiple public domains as an adult. She has published this image on her private website, Ellen Atkins, 2020. This author has considered the ethics of reproducing this image and sharing her brave narrative with our global community. Abbreviation CIA Central Intelligence Agency CNN Cable News Network CGI Computer Generated Imagery COPS Psychological Operation Heart High Frequency Active Rural Research Program Yields International English Language Testing System LSD Lysergic Acid MK Mind Control iJournalistethics MK Ultra Mind Control P1 MAP P2 MK Ultra P5 Madness P9 Medicine P15 Marketing P16 Media P17 Mockingbird P18 Mothballs P19 Moles P20 Masters P22 Mega et al. P23 Marionettes P24 Microcosms P26 Modes P27 Money et al. P28 Methods P47 Mad Cow P49 Moves P50 Metaphors P51 Morphine P60 Misdiagnosis P61 Microwaves P63 Monarch P64 Morrows P66 Matrix P67 Annexes 1 and 2 pages 77, 78 Index P82 iJournalistethics MK Ultra Mind Control Busts and Control. This book is about the obscure MK Ultra EuroTM Mind Control program. The American government officially recognizes that this was an active project from 1953 to 1973. This text contains 4 major sections. This part outlines the history and technical specifics of MK Ultra from a layperson perspective. The image on the following page is a diagrammatical compass and summary of this book EuroTMS plot. The origins of MK Ultra are the second segment, the largest, centers around is traceable to Von EuroTMS map. It explores these topics in order: masters, biological marionettes, modes, methods and moves. 2 additional experiments contemporary crux topics feature morphine, that is conducted by pharmaceuticals, and microwave MK Ultra weapon tech. Nazi German military. This booklet concludes by discussing contemporary issues and scientists on the emerging revised global arrangement of military and economic power. It centers on the ways that classic MK Ultra civilians during mind control techniques may be used to distract humanity II from a civilizational reset of beyond epic magnitude. World War I Journalistethics MK Ultra Mind Control Map Christensen, ND2 Journalistethics MK Ultra Mind Control All vessels voyage to Venice. The Vatican Jesuit Black Pope oversaw the western order of power under Admiralty, Maritime, Law Euro the law of the sea, prior to the Trump Rebellion of 2017, Jericho, 2019 b. Under this crumbling order, the Inbert Saxe-Coburg got a pedophilia crime family, House of Windsor, oversaw 53 Commonwealth slave nations. This cartel uses various modes to execute their order out of chaos, New World Order. Warmongering, blackmail, extortion, bribery and mass murder are staples. I explore an example of each mode in this book. Money, military, monasteries, manufacturers, media, manuscripts, musicians, movies, members of Congress, mentors, modules and meteorology. These devices employ one or more overlapping methods: fakery, falsification and fabrication. Such interventions shape the mental experiences of humans eurotm and groups eurotm understanding of knowledge, perceptions and their emotions. The grand objective of the Vatican-Coburg Crime Alliance is to manipulate people via their brain processes. This may trigger people to act or remain inactive to this toxic cartel eurotm's advantage. This book is a reordered discussion of this eurotm's works on the notion of the Deep State Playbook 101 theory. Please see Everleaf. The goal of this text is to bring the MK issue to the forefront of all discussions in one volume that centers on cognitive brain processes. The prime challenge for this book was to create a structured, ordered, simple diagram that fits to one page that makes sense of that complexity of the MK psychological operations, (COP). This author has witnessed thousands of purposeful MK COPs in recent decades. To merely list these in an unstructured, detailed volume may overwhelm those new to this topic. 3. Journalist ethics. MK mind control. Those who manage MK projects at apex levels believe that they serve a dark deity, such as the Venetian Black Sun occult. Dynasties such as the Vatican, Saxe-Coburg and Gutta crime family, House of Windsor, and the Rothschild banking crime family are top-tier Black Sun dynasties. Jericho, 2019 4. Journalist ethics. MK mind control. MK was a secret, now declassified program that aimed to learn the effective ways of controlling minds of individuals and collectives such as military forces, communities and nations. The director of the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, approved MK in 1953. It developed in the context of the Cold War. America eurotm's government acted to ensure that its psychological warfare program was at least on par with the Russian military eurotm's equivalent. Smithsonian, 2017. The use of natural drugs and synthetic drugs such as lysergic acid, LSD, was the most controversial aspect of the MK project. Some of these experiments were rogue, that is illegal. They were criminal as they did not gain the informed consent of all participants such as prisoners. Psychological manipulation does not require the use of drugs to alter and control the psyche of individuals and populations. For example, activating street speakers that will warn residents of the possibility of incoming nuclear weapons may be used as part of a psychological operation, (COP) experimentation. Such acts may desire to monitor the level of fear among those affected. The arsenal of COPs available to intelligence agencies is massive. There are literally many hundreds of weapons in this category. For the purposes of simplicity, this book classifies tools as targeting a persona eurotm's body, brain or both. Attacking a persona eurotm's body may have secondary effects that control the mind and vice versa. For example, the deployment of subtle irritating sound frequencies may damage a soldier eurotm's eardrums. This in turn lowers its soldier eurotm's morale. 5. Journalist ethics. MK mind control. The databases shown below are bureaucratic gov locations. They provide official, declassified documents about the MK mind control project. They are shown for illustration purposes. Readers should consider gov sources as being the sole official custodians of data about the MK project. Readers should consult any government information with extreme skepticism, especially anything published by an intelligence agency. Some core information about the true scope of MK may never have been declassified. Other information, such as the examples above, may be fakery, that is, disinformation. Ironically, such false declassifications may be a part of the MK project. They may seek to mislead enemies who copy this program to their advantage. 6. Journalist ethics. MK mind control. Stanford University eurotm's health sciences departments were leading contributors to MK projects. This especially includes collaborative teams such as those staffed by psychologists, psychiatrists and neurologists. This book, a EuroTMS cover page, is an example of a comprehensive open-access declassified source, an image, that chronicles specific aspects of the MKUltra program. Readers may access this image direct at the CIA Reading Room in Washington, D.C. Stanford, Harvard and MIT were the leading universities that contributed to the MKUltra project. Investigators may place a higher degree of confidence in historical documents uploaded on these universities' EuroTM repositories. The CIA publicly acknowledges the contribution of these elite universities. Stanford University maintains a dedicated small MKUltra digital repository. McGill University in Canada was also partially involved in MKUltra, CIA 1984. Researchers may find information by searching the proper noun EuroMKUltra McGill experiments at Euro. 7 Journalist Ethics.com MKUltra Mind Control. This is an example from Stanford EuroTMS MKUltra repository. This document has been redacted. Censorships delete the critical technical aspects of this project, such as methods and objectives. 8 Journalist Ethics.com MKUltra Mind Control Madness. This section overviews basic examples of mind manipulation that are understood by laypersons outside of medical fields. These are generally known as Euro-altered states of consciousness EuroTM. Hallucinating, hypnotized, manic, stunned, drug, virtual reality, dazed, psychotic, subliminally programmed, Eurosuggestic, triggering. 9 Journalist Ethics.com MKUltra Mind Control. The 9 altered states of consciousness listed on the prior page are not mutually exclusive. A drugged person may become psychotic due to their hallucinations. Subliminal programming may trigger audiences to become stunned and remain in a short-term trance. A useful way to consider these 9 altered states of consciousness, from a MKUltra perspective, is shown in this 2-dimension diagram below. Classifications are based on dominant tendencies. Some states of consciousness are unreal, others are real. Some by nature tend to be long-term/permanent and others are temporary. Some states may fit into multiple continuums depending on the context. Short-term manic, stunned, drugged, for instance Valium, psychotic drugged, for instance LSD, trance-hypnotized hallucination, VR dazed, real unreal, psychotic, subliminal programming, manic, long-term or irreversible. Jericho, 2020, subliminal programming is a standalone classification. Its fake world effects tend to last longest. This may explain high popularity of MKUltra projects that target the masses with disinformation. 10 Journalist Ethics.com MKUltra Mind Control. Subliminal programming involves purposefully embedding hidden messages in content that can change a persona, EuroTMS, or groups of EuroTM perceptions, knowledge and actions, without the target being conscious of the manipulation. The human body absorbs experiences and information from their 5 senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste and smell. Subliminal messages can be communicated to a person via any of these senses. Some food sellers deliberately keep store temperatures lower than other retail outlets. At a subconscious level, people tend to associate feeling cold with being hungry or malnourished. At the group level, shoppers collectively are more likely to buy more food than they initially planned to buy when they shop in a chilly supermarket. This is an example of how subliminal mind control planning is covert, deceitful and advantages the programmer. Hollywood productions insert chemtrails in disguise as though they are a natural phenomenon. They are not. Repeated inclusion of man-made phenomena, without explanation, desensitizes audiences who are exposed to images that normalize climate change and chemtrails loaded with barium, strontium, arsenic and aluminum that are sprayed by government-managed climate engineering aircraft. Image. Geoengineering Watch, 2020. Blue blood-eating Oxford politicians from blue parties often wear red ties when they engage working-class voters. This subtle, cynical use of color aims to subconsciously sway red voters to identify with true blue politicians. Image. CNN 11 Journalist Ethics.com MKUltra Mind Control. This brief article published by the CIA explains subliminal programming in the words of Gayford, 1995, as endorsed by this agency. Readers may access this brief article in full in Annex 1. 12 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control. The popularity of MK Ultra in mass programming mind control to micromanage populations is explained by two core factors: the euro cost and efficacy. Tyrants, such as rural crime families, have three broad tools at their disposal to coerce populations: bribery, violence and mind control. Bribery by its nature is expensive. Those at the top tend to reserve bribery for the handful of people who manage high power. Corrupt casts and senior judges are examples of ranked leaders. Violence is risky. The universal slavery endgames of brutal regimes become blatantly obvious. The masses are more likely to use force to rebel. Military deserters may fight alongside rebels. Mass mind control is appealing as it can be done covertly, universally and cheaply. In the opinion of this author, and many others who write about MK Ultra, most people are not aware of the various ways that the 0.0001% at the top silently and incrementally use mind control techniques to create a slave-held EU-like matrix that works to their advantage. Sadly, most MK Ultra-aware victims don't EuroTMT resist by choice. They think that it is futile to fight a monster system. It is their destiny to become slaves with no rights. MK Ultra weapons hide in plain sight. Many people line up for days and pay premium prices for MK Ultra devices that are purposely designed to deplete and enslave their body, mind and hard being. Apple events and their spy software algorithms that track your thoughts and location likely fall into this category. 13 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control muppets. Those who aim to manipulate people and populations act to quell people's EuroTM-free actions. They also activate those who otherwise would not rise to an occasion. They mostly deploy words, gestures, sounds and images. These actions may be blatant, overt, or subtle/subliminal, covert. Manufactured plastic pop singers who lip-sync negative connotation adjectives such as a Eurodegger EuroTM, a Eurofaggot EuroTM and a Euroskanka EuroTM are as original cyanide. Transmitting these tunes via radio waves can instantly arouse alternative sensations among different people. For example, it can excite, shock or humiliate. To be fair, the creative use of such words, in a sincere context, can have positive outcomes such as healing. Controlled opposition shield techniques are older than the official age of Queen Elizabeth II. EuroTMS, deceased, MK Ultra Body Double, 93. Fake champions of We the People are given billions of dollars in free advertising by Hollywood powerhouse producers and distributors. The Oscars award these thespians a rigged gaunt to legitimize their bogus brand. Controlled opposition shills communicate this covert message to the masses: a euro. You do not need to get off your sofa and fight political corruption, because champions like us are pretending to do this work for you on a mass scale, and we are succeeding. A EuroTM. Slight Fox News is owned by globalist gangster Rupert Murdoch. Slight plus Fox equals control plus opposition. That is to their fake opponents such as CNN. As adorable and sensical as anchors like Janine may be, it is difficult to overlook the identity of their big bad boss who signs their paychecks. TV stars with creative control is a fantasy. America had one actor in 2018 who was in this category. ABC, Disney, panicked and sacked her. 14 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control. Medicine. Biomedical subfields are the most obvious disciplines that can aid the development of weapons that can attack a persona EuroTMS body and mind. The sad image on this book, a EuroTMS cover of 10 years old Ellen Arkins, depicts experiments that respond to memory rest. Those who care to confirm the authenticity of this story may access this article. As readers, we can only assume that a mainstream news source such as Zero Hedge, 2018, have exercised due diligence when researching this story. I hope that this article is not just another example of corporate fake news. Selective universal mind restore capability is a valuable military tool. Discharged officers who worked on top-secret projects can have this memory erased via drugs, brain surgery or hypnosis. The Ace-Born Identity film series featuring Matt Damon seems to fit into this thematic category. 15 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control. Marketing. For many, marketing is the commercial branch of psychology. Virtually all marketing practices are applications of manipulative psychology. If I place a sign in my shop window that states only the following words: euro apples, 99 cents a pound euro, I'm probably not engaging in my manipulation. Consider an advert that states euro aired apples, 99 cents a pound a euro, the most delicious ones available in London at this store. Euro offer applies today only. Euro. This text uses subjective adjectives, for instance most delicious, persuasion, today only, and urgency. This text involves marketing techniques that goes beyond merely listing objective facts. Propaganda is one of the most powerful and popular tools of MKUltra projects. These images below aim to arouse fear in the viewers' eurotm minds. Images that show human suffering and worst-case scenarios outcomes tend to create more anxiety in viewers' eurotm minds than text alternatives painted on a wall. For example, the government could paint on city walls, a euro enlist in the army today, a euro our nation faces grave danger euro. Please freely reflect on the paragraph above. To what extent, if any, do you agree with this eurotms opinion? 16 Journalist ethics. MKUltra mind control media. Fake news is the norm in Western countries. In America, 6 holding companies control around 95% of mainstream news media. Several of the largest stockholders of these media own listed shares in 2 or more of these 6 entities, such as Disney, Fox and the TNT. Extremely biased, politically partisan rags such as the New York Times routinely dress up opinion pieces and gossip columns as so-called news. A rare public correction by the Times in 2019 occurred only because of an unthreatening, legitimate public intervention by an eurotms incumbent president. Fake news is a staple of military strategists. This tactic rarely deceives intelligence officers on the opposing side. They are trained to evaluate information from several perspectives. They do so with arch skepticism. Russia Times News is an example of a media outlet that covertly serves as a disinformation branch of the Russian government. It lawfully operates in Western countries such as America under the generic name RT News. This blatantly biased news agency routinely televises news stories that undermine Western governments such as Britain and America. The BBC is Britain's eurotms bastard equivalent. Fake News King, CNN, is a deep state dying dragon. 17 Journalist ethics. MKUltra mind control Mockingbird. The intense concentration of mainstream media cross-ownership enables a narrow number of commercial interests to coordinate globalist corporate agendas. Media commentators note how and recall eurotms news channels report stories using near identical language and slants. Such presentations typically simplify and polarize political issues as being a so-called Euro left versus rich eurotm battle. This image below is a Mockingbird media illustration. Crowley, 2018. 18 Journalist ethics. MKUltra mind control mothballs. According to official American government narratives, MKUltra was gradually scaled down during the 1960s. It supposedly finally ceased to exist in 1973. This was the year that the CIA destroyed most files related to this program. Various CIA archives, such as this example below, refer to the final acts of MKUltra occurring in 1973. This New York Times article shown above appears in full format in Annex 2. 19 Journalist ethics. MKUltra mind control moles who claim that MKUltra never died in 1973 are the premise that inspires the authorship of this brief introductory booklet. Pages 20 and 21 list 2 illustration examples of mouthy moles. This book by Marks and Lane, 1979, claims to offer a deep exposé copyright about MKUltra using CIA-provided sources. 2 open access links for this commercially published text are available in the references section of this document. This book, published by Penguin, is 262 pages in length. The CIA archived this volume and provided the research data content. Armed with this knowledge, what degree of confidence do you have in the information put forward in this free book? 20 Journalist ethics. MKUltra mind control. Roseanne Barr has done more to expose the countless MKUltra mind control atrocities than the rest of our Hollywood bodies combined. Readers may seek out numerous examples via their own online searches. These videos below are examples of many. RT 2013, YW Chan 27, 2019. Roseanne Barr, 608. Hollywood is a big culture of mind control too. MK Ultra Mind Control Rules in Hollywood. If you don't know EuroTMT, know, Google it and look into it. RT 2013. Abby Martin 615. Well, EuroTMVE talked about Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra mind control stuff, and this goes back decades and decades. But Roseanne, do you know people who have been blacklisted? Is it just kind of a self-censorship in Hollywood, or do people actually get edged out if they're too much against the grain? Bar 636. Yay, it'll EuroTMS self-censorship after a while, but it'll EuroTMS not just a crazy self-censorship. It'll EuroTMS self-censorship, because there's actually a danger that you will never work again. Have mainstream fake news media outlets such as Fox, CNN and ABC invited Roseanne Barros to express their views about MK Ultra on any of the shows? Why is Roseanne talking about this topic on RT? Given that RT is the host, does this alter your perception of Roseanne EuroTMS testimony? 21 Journalist Ethics MK Ultra Mind Control Masters. This EuroTMS free catalog of open access books aims to simplify the complexity of the hierarchy of covert powers that control the West behind the curtain, a couple of levels higher than puppet parliaments. This diagram, dated January 2020, is among the most simplified in this category. I invite readers to consult the free book titled Euro Declare Independence of Euro and Euro Jericho 2019b. This text may aid you to understand the detail that underpins this summary diagram. 22 Journalist Ethics MK Ultra Mind Control. This Western-centric global order of power is currently in a state of rapid flux. The America First, Mega-Trump rebellion has expelled and neutralized foreign powers that have long subverted and EuroTMS constitution from within. Most of these agents serve/D the Saxe-Coburg crime family, House of Windsor, and a higher-ranking Jesuit Black Pope Vatican overlord. This diagram aims to summarize the complexity of this covert battle as of February 2020. In the Western context, most active MK Ultra mind control regimes that target civilians aim to serve one or more entities listed above under the European Black Sun Venetian Nobility Euro cartel umbrella. All major military powers use MK Ultra-like projects on enemy military targets. 23 Journalist Ethics MK Ultra Mind Control Marionettes. 24 Journalist Ethics MK Ultra Mind Control. The claim that the largest, wealthiest and most far-reaching institutions monopolize popular public narratives is not a widely contested statement. For example, Britain EuroTMS government controls a multi-billion pounds annual budget and trillions of dollars in wealth. It can garner the support of millions of Brits by merely placing a call for support in a national news advertisement. It is debatable whether any individual exercises true influence over the masses. Everyone is replaceable and mortal. Those who try to Euro-change the world EuroTM solo seem to die off Euro-liberally. Governments, multinational corporations, worth circa $100 billion plus, and major religions are the arch-executors of high power. In the West, this unholy trinity, crudely speaking, is London as the home of banking and Washington, D.C. as the home of the military. Rome is the home of religion, MK Ultra. This argument relates to this book EuroTMS prior chapter more than this one. Three bodies, governments, corporations, for instance Universal Studios, Hollywood, and religion are the dominant frontline service providers of MK Ultra mind control acts that target civilians. A major goal of the Pentagon, that Trump rebellion, is to quash toxic MK Ultra projects that attack citizens. Most researchers who write/speak about the deep state reality concur that globalist institutions overlap. For example, some royals sit on the boards of global corporations such as oil companies. 25 Journalist Ethics MK Ultra Mind Control Microcosms. Powerful internal microcosms may implement their own MK Ultra programs. It is statistically more common, compared to global society, for Amish families and others from borderline mainstream religions to shun most/all mainstream radio, movies, television and news media. Those who do so with purpose tend to believe that these filters enhance their general well-being. The Jehovah EuroTMS Witness Church states that blanket bans on culture are not church policy. As shown above, decisions to filter entertainment are a household matter. Some scholars claim that certain fringe religions execute their own form of MK Ultra mind control within their own community. Such religions may be labeled as a Eurosect, a Eurotm, and a Eurocult, a Eurotm by the mainstream. You may download this free article by caption 1992 in this book, a Eurotms references section. Semantics and connotations of words convey powerful subliminal meaning. Speakers and writers who refer to a religion as a Eurocult, a Eurotm, or a Eurosect, Eurotm may aim to diminish the legitimacy of that faith via language. They may also be implying or openly stating that this religion is a fraudulent psyop such as MKUltra. 26 Journalist ethics MKUltra mind control modes. 27 Journalist ethics MKUltra mind control. Money, financial bribery, financial extortion and debt-driven consumerism are classic MKUltra mind control playbooks. The English language idiom a euro the more it hurts the most, a euro the wallet euro is profoundly true. For many millions, cash is queen. Concealment is a classic mind control tool, euro holding back essential knowledge. And recall Eurotms citizens are not permitted to know who owns their serious, unconstitutional Federal Reserve that has plundered and recall Eurotms taxpayers since 1913. New York Org, 2017. The misleading name of the Federal Reserve is a classic psychological operation. It is a private bank that is mostly owned by European crime families such as the Saxe-Coburg Gotha and the Rothschilds. The Federal Reserve is not a federal American body. It does not hold reserves. In this Eurotms opinion, this social media crazed world is saturated with information. Most people can only absorb small chunks of information. The meme above is an example of a minor chunk. To some, most or all memes aim to propagate some form of mind control. Please consider a range of answers beyond the 3 suggestions shown in this question. 28 Journalist ethics MKUltra mind control. Military is the bootcamp initiation indoctrination, the ultimate form of MKUltra mind control, sir. Military, 2016. Hazing may be an ancient form of mind control. It reminds the last admitted cohort that they are at the bottom of the slat heap. It Eurotms nothing personal. They can haze the next wave of recruits. Royal military uniforms aim to remind rank-and-file foot soldiers that they are nothing special. Please reflect on the Ellen Ecton's child case study, see page 15. Is bootcamp procedure another case of mind rest or brain reset? Full or partial? 29 Journalist ethics MKUltra mind control. Monasteries religion is arguably the biggest psyop on our planet. This is not to say that all religious texts are fake. Sinister elites may censor or alter a genuine theological text to their own arch advantage. Sword and stone, oops, I mean words and tones are powerful weapons. Am I right, gorgeous? Calling a theologian or religious minister a Euro-heretic, a Eurotm may be the highest insult within some religious scholarly communities. Of course, some may wear this label as a badge of honor. Oh, why does the words a Euro-heresy, a Eurotm and a Euro-heretic, a Eurotm serve to silence dissenters within a belief system? 30 Journalist ethics MKUltra mind control. Manufacturers. The mass production of certain goods serves a covert purpose that aims to brainwash the masses. Those who control society manipulate the agenda of mass manufacturers. The number of examples is nearly equal to the number of goods sold in mainstream stores such as Walmart. May you freely reflect on the design and marketing of mass popularity goods. 31 Journalist ethics MKUltra mind control. Media fake news is a fact of life. The only people who fearlessly call out this fact are the world leaders who don't a Eurotmt serve Rome, Rothschilds or the Saxe-Coburg Gotha crime family, House of Windsor. So-called fact-check sites like Snaps, Fake News, and FactCheck.com, fake news, are owned, managed and funded by the same oligopoly that controls Western fake news empires such as Rupert Murdoch, a Eurotms toxic news court empire. Staff names published on these websites are shills. Fake news sites like Snex aim to control false narratives by tapping into 2 human weaknesses, a Euro laziness and ignorance. Some people always believe any website that has a polished image. Fake news friends like Google gives Snex top 3 search responses for controversial topics. 32 Journalist ethics MKUltra mind control. Manuscripts. Do you automatically believe that most or every fact circulated by famous history book publishers and encyclopedias is automatically true? If the answer is yes, why is this so? Did Winston Churchill coin this phrase? This author does not know. Famous popular phrases are often coined by the leaders who win historical battles. The victors of war often burn books and destroy historical relics that challenge the narrative that they aim to promote in their reborn society. This agenda may push information that is fake, partially true or entirely accurate. Book burning is not automatically a devious process. It may be a strong sign that a new power does not plan to permit freedom of thought and free speech. 33 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control. Elite museums that market themselves as a Euro museum. So eurotm reform of MK Ultra. Their coded message states that only the lives of noble aristocratic families are interesting and matter. About 90% of all items in the massive collection of the New York Met Museum at Central Park showcase the lives of aristocratic families from a range of civilizations and regions. This collection bears close to zero resemblance to the quality and nature of the lives of the masses in prior centuries and millennia. This mode is a unique case of falsified history. 34 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control. Musicians. The most famous mainstream popular pop singers may influence the masses in multiple ways. They may do so via their lyrics, which are usually written by professional ghost songwriters, not the pop singer, costumes, dance moves, hand gestures, public speeches and product endorsements. A common theory among independent MK Ultra researchers is that the most successful commercial acts are manufactured commodities. Powerful entities behind the curtain such as Freemasons and royals invest millions of dollars in promoting those celebrities who sign over their entire identity and future labor to these arch sponsors. They are controlled slave celebrities. Most of these plastic celebrities end up promoting products, values and lifestyles that are toxic to society. This is because their arch handlers believe that a Euro order from chaos, a eurotm, expands their power base. In other words, so long as people continue to self-destruct at the bottom of the pyramid, the 0.0001% at the top can consolidate their trillionaire slave ownership lifestyles. Left. Transformation of pop star Miley Cyrus, Chaptra, 2016. Pop singer Stephanie Germanata. 35 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control movies. Hollywood movies are among the most powerful mind control weapons available to the trillionaire crime clans who control Universal Studios, MGM, Columbia Pictures and others. These illustration examples below outline a few ways that movies may mind control the masses. Be fearful. Global warming is real. Do what the government says, otherwise America will freeze. Predictive programming. Don't a eurotmt be surprised when the Twin Towers burn in the future. The Simpsons, images dated 1997. Ebola 2014 subliminal programming. Get ready for 9/11 in New York. 36 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control. Hollywood movie making technology blatantly proves to us that studio producers can create a movie illusion that looks close to 100% real to the naked eye. This technique is known as computer-generated imagery, CGI. Certain high-stakes events that justify war were partially or totally fabricated via computer-generated imagery. MK Ultra CGI deceives our eyes. Movie poster, left, 1978. Never be fooled by a news story that flashes MK Ultra buzzwords such as live and breaking news. Our brains are programmed to believe that if a news story says live, the TV transmission must be happening in real time, a euro that is, now. Many fake news live stories are pre-recorded false flag fakery. A real event may occur on the ground. Fake transmission changes key facts. Free book, above, Jericho, 2019a, 37 Journalist ethics. MK Ultra mind control deepfakes. Nowadays, computer programmers can recreate moving and speaking images of celebrities such as politicians, actors and royals. These circus tricks may keep famous brand names like George Soros alive in public domains by their puppet managers, years after the celebrity died of natural causes, was imprisoned at Gitmo, executed and voluntarily disappeared. This video below shows how the prestigious University of Washington recreates a fake speaking bar